Good morning, sunshine. I hope that you are well rested and that you are ready to receive an amazing day. This is your daily insight on life and love, and it's for October 22nd, 2020, also being timeless. So wherever you're pulled to in time, this might have a message for you. Little reminder, this is, yes, for the 22nd of October, 2020. It doesn't mean that it ends at midnight. All of my readings are in the moment, projecting a future. So this, I don't want you to feel like there's any sort of rush, any sort of thing that you have to live up to. This is about your progress and what you can expect and why this is happening. So if you're new to the channel, enjoy the show, and I hope that you hit the bell for notifications. If you have questions about booking your own personal reading, information's in the description. Find me on any social platform. Definitely reach out and say hello. Let me know where you are in the world, and let's kick this on the road. All right, so the coronavirus sale, that's including the tarot and oracle readings, psychic medium readings, ASMR, guided meditations, and then we have Reiki healing in that too. So there are other tools, but those are the ones that are included in the coronavirus sale. Ask questions about booking your own, or just what it's all about. I'm kicking this off with regular rider weight. Sorry about the long introduction, by the way. So 1 minute, 20 seconds. Sorry. At the bottom of the deck, we have big Virgo energy, Hermit energy, wisdom. It feels kind of like there's an undertone of melancholy here. Why? Why is this the base beginning part of the reading? So let's see. Spirit, why? Why do we have the Hermit? Why are we so in our heads right now? It's Virgo. This can deal with a Virgonian type personality or the time frame of Virgo. Now, I'm a Virgo. I have like 4 Virgo aspects in my chart. Very analytical. And if we get caught in our own heads, bleh, just gonna say it. Lots of masculine energy in this. Don't get hooked up on this concept of gender. We all have masculine and feminine inside of us. And well, this is talking about action, momentum, security, these types of deals. So we have the King of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. The Hierophant is all about beliefs. It's all about, it can even be about religion. And then we have commitments. This is a long-standing commitment, and it's going to involve choice. And all of this masculine energy is about action, but there's this issue with worthiness behind it. That's why I'm getting the Hermit kind of quiet, closed off, and wondering why this is happening. It's just paying attention to everything, and it's really creating this almost defeated storyline. You're not defeated. This is just being too clouded, too much in your own head. This might involve you having to step out, not getting a distraction, but just how can we step out of this situation? So I'm not staring down at nothing. This is what I'm looking at. We're kicking off with here, setting your sights out, and then we have the Pentacles, which is earth energy. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Vorus, really? God, I just totally brand deleted that one. Solid. All right, so the good news is you're going to be getting some sort of recognition. And again, this is going to deal with your sense of worthiness. And it's going to potentially involve imposter syndrome. But I'm getting more along the lines, an issue with worthiness. You're worth it, but you actually have to believe that. So we're going to see why you don't. What is the problem? If it makes you feel better, I still struggle with that to this day. That probably doesn't make you feel better. But anyone who you know, or anyone who is in any sort of, I don't know, a lot of people struggle with imposter syndrome from all necks of the woods, from all walks of life, from any age group. Let me just put that out there. So this is saying, take a pause before you make any sort of groundbreaking decisions. You're not at any sort of fork in the road. You don't get to unplug from this life and run and escape from it. No, we're not doing that. Why? Okay, so the giving tree, you can only give so much. You can't give until you're a stump and then there's nothing more to give. I mean, you're going to become, what is that called? When it's around the bush and it's shredded. You know what I'm talking about. You can't continuously give to one-sided relationships. And I think that this is where the sense of worthiness is coming from. It's long-standing in your life. And I feel like somebody who was very important to you, who you really looked up to or loved and appreciated, somebody that you worshiped the ground that they walked on. This could even involve more than one person. Somebody or somebodies who you looked up to. It wasn't really a balanced relationship now, was it? And it wasn't about you and doing your own thing and working on yourself. It was, how can you serve this person? Which, you know, is great if it was, you know, mutual and it wasn't completely mindlessly selfish on someone's part. Oh, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Do you ever notice that when you give your all to these one-sided connections with people, that even then it's not enough and it kind of gets to a point of being laughable? And that's when you start to realize the situation and you can actually start to pull back from it. I think there's a false flag that's in this situation right now that's reminding you of that previous situation. Now, this is clearly a trigger, but it's also dragging up this issue with worthiness so you can transmute it into something that is more positive and productive for yourself. So, all right, why is this happening? Let's see. Meditation, emerging. Nature and new beginnings. Why? So no new beginnings and divine timing. Yeah, that's great and hunky-dory, but why? I mean, we have nature, we have emerging and meditation. Sometimes meditation is the last thing on your mind and you can't just, you know, get into that state. And I get it. There's an agitation. I'm definitely feeling that in this right now. So the divine timing, let's see. Why are you being triggered right now? Spirit, I'm going to need clarification on this whole meditation thing because I get it. Okay. I'm just going to take the ones that were flipped over because I'm not reading all of those. We have the Queen of Swords and we also have the Moon in reverse. The worthiness is you being absolutely terrified and refusing to give up this sense of independence and giving your power away to a person or persons or situation. I think that there's an incredible wound in connection to the trigger. That's just, it's clear, it's what it is. And the meditation is talking about seeing this for what it was and seeing, and I'm having a hard time putting this into words. So the emerging is, I know it's there. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm having a hard time putting it into words. So meditation, this is in connection to the Queen of Swords and the Moon in reverse. You don't want to get too comfortable. You don't want to get too comfortable with thinking that this is going to be different and that maybe this isn't healed inside of you. So I actually, in addition to clarification on this, I want to get clarification on this beast. Okay, what is with the emerging? What are they coming out as? Because we have, nature, which is all about grounding work and airing out yourself, your home. Then we have new beginnings, divine timing, celebration. Celebrate, good times, come on. Yeah, I said it. That was a song. emerging from holding yourself back for so long and talking yourself out of most forms of happiness. But I gotta ask, was that really happiness, or were you just holding yourself back for something else? Let's see. Very big karmic lesson. Rock bottom. Oh my goodness, rock bottom. You're not going to let yourself lose your head again. That's what the emerging part is. You're not going to let yourself slip so far into a rock bottom for another person's false endeavors or persons, and again, a situation. That happiness, it was very short-lived, and it doesn't feel like it had a lot of substance around it. So what I'm seeing here is that you're not going to lose your head again for something that's not going to have a soulful payback for you. You want this success, you want this happiness, but you want it to be deep-rooted, you want it to be real, and you want it to have all of that substance in it. So this is where we are taking this now. You're not going to be there again. You're not going to give your power away for someone else to take advantage. You're not going to build someone else up while you're sitting there reaching up, but you're drowning underneath all this pressure. You're not going to sacrifice so much of yourself anymore. I really hope that made sense. Maybe it's not as dramatic as what I'm saying, but it really feels very dramatic. And you know what? That's okay. Sometimes it is this life-altering thing. Sometimes it's just calling a spade a spade. But you know what? That's what we're doing. We're calling a spade a spade. We'll be like, later, Felicia. The patron saint of farewells. Oh my God, I posted that on my IG a few days ago. Hilarious. I love it. So, okay. Let's look more into I don't need to look into this. We got it. Grounding. Let's look into the new beginnings, divine timing, and celebration. What do you have to look forward to if you continue on this path of growth, expansion, amazement, actualization of your worthiness? God dang it. Hang on. I put the cards in backwards, so it was going to be a complete mess. Yeah. Come on. Out with it. Okay, let's see. What? Why do we have this? Why? Okay, we have this. Great. Why? Why are we doing this? No. Okay. If you continue on this path, you are going to go beyond hesitant on everything. You are going to be dragging yourself through quicksand, which isn't that quick. It's not quick. I don't know why they call it quicksand. It's not. But it's making everything go immensely slow, and it's almost to the point of discomfort. You don't have to be so thorough. If you look hard enough into anything, you will find a reason to have a red flag. And at this point, it wouldn't even be your spidey senses tingling. It's you in self-sabotaging. Knock it off. You don't need to put the pause on this like that. Life is trying to give you a gift. You learned this amazing karmic lesson. Now it's time for you to reap these amazing oats that you've sowed, and enjoy your life. Enjoy where it's going. Come on. Okay. How can we avoid getting our own way with this? I want you to practice at least 5 minutes to yourself every single day. I don't care if you're, hiding in the bathroom, just trying to get 5 minutes to yourself. I get it. Sometimes you have all these people around you. You have either business, family, or friends. You have something around you. There's always something calling your attention. But please, for the love of God, at least muster up 5 minutes of your time and see how much you have grown as a person, how much you have accomplished, how much you have faced in fears in yourself. Please allow 5 minutes to assess your greatness and then embrace it. You're going to come to realize that, hey, maybe you are pretty on the up and up. So let's see what this is doing. Come on. How can you avoid this pitfall? I don't want you to be stuck there. Get out of survival mode. You're exhausted. How are you going to get out of survival mode? You're going to potentially be doing inventory on these connections and these situations and start weighing out the pros and cons of it, and then reprioritizing that so you have a little bit more energy to yourself and a little bit more time and space to yourself. And this is going to be something where you actually can start to feel the payoff of that, because it's not bleeding you dry from everywhere. All right, so if you avoid this pitfall, now where are we going? Because I really want to do that with you. I don't want you to be holding back from your happiness. All right, so if they avoid the pitfall, what? Da, 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 da. You're going to be obsessed. Absolutely. God, you get a little bit of realization of your power, and it's just cutting away everything. You're like, reverse you, skip you, F you, uno. I can dig it. This is a huge new reemergence of energy, of can-do attitude, pushing back on anything that is, it feels like it's trying to make you small. It's trying to make you an underdog, and it's trying to get you to be quiet. I don't want you to be quiet. It's time for you to start singing your praises. You're going to be obsessed with singing said praises. And I don't think that it's going to be coming from a bad place. I think it's going to be coming from an empowered place. And I also think that this is going to be something with, you don't know who's seeing you do this, so it's going to be empowering other people. What you do reflects on the outside world. And this, you're going to want this. This, it's not about chains that are on you. It's not about possessiveness. This I'm getting as completely obsessed with your power. Yes, be about it. Come on. So after that, what can you expect if you stay on that road? Collaborations, jumping into something completely new, having the most faith in it. This can involve collaborations with friends or people who are like-minded, or maybe this is even moving into a higher state of being. Yeah, whatever it is, it's a leap of faith, and you are taking it, and you will see. I love it. Yeah. You're going to see some amazing people show up in your world, and it's going to be massive life changes. It's going to be major choices that you get to make, and I want you to know the power of saying no. That is a major power. You got to get comfortable with it, because there will be a lot of people who will want a piece of you. Learn how to say no, and that it's okay to say no. And you're not squashing out someone else's light by doing that. You are preserving your own. But the people who are coming in, these are going to be some pretty amazing and life-changing people to bring with you. And again, this doesn't have to be a romantic. It can be soul family. It can be business partners. It could be so many things. There's more than one way to have a connection, but these are soul connections, massive ones. And they are productive, growing, wanting more out of life, evolving. Yeah, we'll go with that. So let's get some closing messages from Spirit. Let's look at, let's see. We're going to look at magical mermaids and dolphins, because I can. closing messages from magical mermaids and dolphins. Really? No, too many? Okay. Healing heart, helpful person, mother healing, soulmate relationships. A lot of this sense of worthiness is stemming from guardian issues. And I'm going to stay away from gender. I do not care about that. Whoever was the more nurturing and maternal role, this doesn't have to be biological. Whoever was the guardian in your life who was perceived to be the more nurturing, this is an issue that's coming up with that you potentially need to reparent yourself with and be that guardian that you needed in that time. This is going to cause a heart healing, but also I feel like you are going to get a new perspective on whoever this healing from is about. I do feel like it's very juvenile energy, not saying that they are a child, but they have a juvenile issue that is coming up, some sort of wound that they weren't able to heal, that they potentially had repeated with you. And that's okay. These things happen all the time, but this is where you heal and break that cycle. And this is, again, a very deep soul bonded connection where even if it did have its treacherous moments, it is a very incredible contract with somebody who has a very deep soul bonded connection that was able to fulfill this with you. So while you hate it in life and probably want to knock someone out, I'm not condoning violence. High fives all around in the spirit world. You guys completed a very important life contract. So this is what you will be healing from, and this is what's going to project you into some form of greatness down the road. And it's time for you to actually get in that sense of worthiness and actualize it right now. So this was your daily insight on life and love for October 22nd, 2020, also timeless. Let me know if this reading resonated or if you have questions about booking your own. Everything's in the description below. Find me on any social platforms. So thank you for showing up today. I hope you have an amazing day. Go rock it. Stay safe, have fun, and know that you're very loved and appreciated. Bye for now.